What's up, night gang? Welcome back to the channel, period. If you're new here, hi, my name is Anaya. Go ahead and subscribe because what was I about to say? What gang is better than night gang? Period. I'll wait. I'll wait. Baby. Hey, baby. Ooh. Hey, baby. I'll wait, period. Go check out some of my most recent videos. I'll put them down here. Period. I did a whole Vlogtober marathon. If that goes well, I might think about doing a Vlogmas. I might. May or may not. You never know. So yeah. So before I prolong this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Give that bell below, ring the ding so you know when I post, if I post, because baby, that be the gang. Trust God. And how y'all doing? Like, for real, how y'all doing on this lovely November? You know, before I get started with this video, I keep saying that. Before I get started with this video, I know. But I'm here to give y'all some tea on this lip gloss, honey, period. My friend Kay, she does these homemade, handmade, everything original, period. It's the packaging for me, the decor for me, the brand name for me. Get into it. Drip sticks, drip with 2 P's. Sticks with 2 K's. Trust God. Trust God. Because who you know can do it like her. Period. Go ahead for some lip gloss. Guys and girls, whoever wear lip gloss. Trust God. Get in on it. Not sticky at all. Because you know me. I don't like sticky lip gloss. It's so irritating. Period. I'm rocking it right now. I've been wearing it for a cool, I want to say 15 minutes, and it looks like this. Trust God. Okay, you know, so let's get into the video. So as you can tell by the title, we're doing a story time, basically explaining one of my most trifling ways, trifling days, on how I technically almost killed my teacher. Nothing major like, oh, I tried to slice her throat or I tried to shoot her in the knee. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. But her life was put into danger. I would say that. Her life was potentially put into danger. So I'm gonna give you guys a backdrop so you know why I attempted to do stuff like this. Mind y'all, I'm petty, I'm immature, retarded, stupid, 12, a child. Didn't know no better. That was my trifling days. That was who I was. So I feel as though every child, teenager, adult comes into a teacher within their lifespan. Is that the word? Timeline, lifespan, that word. Where they just don't like the teacher. They don't like the teacher and the teacher doesn't like them, you know. Or you feel as though the teacher doesn't like you. So basically, I was in the 6th grade. I was in the 6th grade, my first year of middle school. And this is basically this is where I had the teacher at. So she was my second to last period of the day. It was basically a connection class or an electives class, what they say down here. So yeah, the class was important, but it wasn't like language arts, math, science type stuff important. It was important, but not important at the same time. So she would just pick on me for little things. Like, let's say my table is very much talkative or very much loud. My name will be the first name she says and says be quiet. Mind you, some days it do be me. Some days I would be like talking and, you know, yeah. Other days it literally wouldn't be me. Like, you know how you have those days where you just want to be quiet, you don't want to be bothered with nobody, or those periods. That's me. So basically, if something went down, my name was the first one. Like, I felt like she was just putting blame on everything, blaming me for everything, and I ain't do nothing. So one of these days, let's say the whole table was talking. Everyone at the table, including me, was talking. And she'll like tell us to be quiet here and there, and we would for like 2 seconds, and then we'll be getting back talking. So so then she'll say, oh, Anaya, I'm gonna call your parents. And I'm like, you're serious? Like, are you serious? It's 10 other people at this table, and you're only calling my parents? Make this make sense. Like, I was just like, girl, you're doing the most. If you're gonna call parents, call all of our parents. Don't sit up here and say I'm calling your parent, and I didn't get that. I didn't like her for that. So basically, the next day of class, because she did call her parents. I will give her that. She did call my parents. So I was like, you know what? She want to play with me. I'm going to play with her too. Period. Because mind y'all, back in my traveling days, I was on thin ice with my parents. I was it was basically, I feel like everyone has those parents. If you don't do well in school, it's going to reflect back on you at home. Like, you on punishment, no TV, no phone, no this, that. I was like a prisoner. I was kidding, not a prisoner, but like, yeah, it was no fun for me. I didn't have no fun. So yeah. So I was on thin ice at home, and it was like, at this point, I don't care, but just know I'm gonna get you back. So yeah, that's what it was. So then the next day, as promised, I'm gonna get her. Me and like 5 or 4 of the girls, we was like, oh, let's put on hand sanitizer. Well, it was my idea, but like they joined in. I was like, let me put on hand sanitizer to see if she really gonna die. Like, she was like, cause like every day she was like, oh my God, don't come in with fragrances. I'm highly sensitive to them. Like, I would literally die. So I was just like, let's see if she'll die. Because at this point, she's ODing, and like, I felt like she wanted to convince herself that she's going to die, because she kept saying it every day, how highly sensitive she is to fragrances and smells. So I bet, let's test this theory out. Trust God. So I got my, I get my hand sanitizer, because everybody know I carry around some hand sanitizer on me. Period, because the word's dirty. So I got me some hand sanitizer, and I put hand sanitizer in everybody else's hand. We are rubbing it in, and we walk into our class. So we walk into our class, and like 10 minutes later, oh, I'm beginning to be a little bit nauseous. My head hurts. I feel as though I can't breathe. She says that out loud. And she was like walking back and forth in the classroom, and like, she was like, did anyone put on lotion or this, that, and the fourth? And we was all looking at her like, no. So she made every table get up and go wash their hands. So not every table, but she was like, okay, well, since y'all don't know who it is, we all just like go wash our hands. So she starts with my table, and of course it's like, we carry the scent. So when we walk out, the scent's gone, almost kind of sort of, or the scent dies down. So she's like, oh, so there's somebody at your table, Anaya. So I'm like, girl, you come with my name first. Like, calm down. You're doing the most. So we're in there washing our hands. And then one girl comes back. She says, oh, Anaya, she doesn't want you to come to class anymore. Your backpack is outside on the door. So I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And so, yeah, she's like, your backpack is outside the door. She told you have to go to ISS and this, and the fourth. So I'm like, girl, she's doing this again. It's 10 of the girls, and yet Anaya's getting in trouble. So I grab my backpack like a real one, and I go to ISS like a real one. Me and ISS teacher, it was cool. Period. I was there every day. Yeah. So basically, after that period, I have another period to go to, my last period. So during my last period, I'm walking to my last period. Everybody's like looking at me, talking, and and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And they're just like, oh, and everybody think you're about to get suspended. Like she was literally coughing and not gaggling. I was cackling. Cackle. She was like coughing and like, had trouble breathing and stuff like that. Like, we're really worried about her. She was in the office right now, about to go home. I was like, oh, okay. So, mind y'all, my thinking process was like, she's capped. She didn't die. She's still alive. Y'all, she's being dramatic. Like, I thought I solved a case or something. Trifling. Anyway, so I'm just like, how she knew it was me? Like, how she know it was? Yeah, I was one of them, but it was like 5 of us. So how she pointed out me? So I'm like, okay, obviously either one of them girls said something, or somebody else who saw something went down said something. I had a hunch, right? I had a hunch on who said something, because like one of the girls who didn't like me was in that class. So I had a hunch it was her. So I'm trying to figure out who said something, like who opened their mouths immature. Don't worry about that, sweetie. So nobody said anything that day. Nobody said anything to me that day, like, oh, we ain't no snitch, anybody's telling you. But it was like, someone had to tell me if she knows, stupidies. And I'm also like, okay, but why didn't the other 4 girls get in trouble? And the 4 girls was telling me, oh, she found out that you was like the leader of the pack, and this, and the fourth, that it was your hand sanitizer, and this, and the fourth. So I'm like, okay, cool, boom. And so everybody was like, oh yeah, but she's calling all of our parents, and this, and the fourth. So I walk into my dad's classroom, and like, she's talking with him, they're talking, conversing, and she walks out, and she like, when I tell you she didn't even look at me, she didn't even look at me. She walks out, and he was like, well, congratulations, Anaya, you just, I don't know what he said, but it basically meant like I was in more trouble, like punishment for like 10 more years. Boom. Next day, I get a note, and my classroom was like, "Ooh, come sit by me at lunch." So I'm like, "Okay, bet." Like, okay, bet. So I'm sitting at the table that she told me to sit at, and this Caucasian girl walks up, and she's like, "I know who told on you in the classroom." So she had the same class as me with the teacher. I'm like, "Okay, bet. Who?" And so my hunch was correct. It was the girl who didn't like me since the first day of school. So I'm like, okay, boom. That's a whole nother story time though. That's a whole nother story time. Trust God. So that happened, and for like the next 3 days, I couldn't go to her class. She basically wrote a note to the principal, was like, I feel as though my life is at danger and stuff like that. So like for the next few days, I couldn't go to her class, and boom. But mind y'all, I still didn't see anything wrong that I did. I was just like, why y'all getting mad at me? Because I solved the mystery. Like, that was my whole thinking process. Why y'all getting mad at me? Because I call her out on her BS. Like, she's really not allergic to it. Like, she's really not dead. Like, she's still very much breathing. The girl is just dramatic. Boom. So that was that. But the reason why I'm telling y'all that story time, because I don't want anyone to be like me. Like, please don't be so petty and so trifling to where you put someone else's life at risk, in danger, and this, that, and for. Just don't be like me, because it's obviously embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to tell y'all this. Like, the people that I hang out with now, they wouldn't think that I would ever do this, but I mean, they probably would, but still. Don't be like me. It's so embarrassing to sit up here and tell y'all this, but hey, you gotta learn from something. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to this video, thumbs up, get that bell down below, ring the ding so you know when I post, if I post, because that's the gag, and stay tuned for more content. Trust God. Peace out.